His given name is Barry, but everybody knows him as Sam Jamieson, and he was selected as the best shortstop in the first 40 years of the Manitoba Senior Baseball League. Sam, do you remember starting your baseball career in Macaulay at age 15? Do you?
Yes, I can remember most of it. We actually learned how to play ball against the barn. A lot of good young ball players did, and we had ample opportunity in Macaulay if you wanted to be a baseball player. I had two half-brothers that kind of took the bull by the horns and took us out to the farm, and we played against the barn, and we played against the house, and we had lots of at-bats, and we had lots of throws, and we had a little baseball diamond set up right at the farm, and anybody in town that wanted to come out and play was welcome.
Except for 1972, when you played on a championship team in Binscar, you played or managed in Macaulay for almost 30 years.
Yeah, I guess our first manager was Roy Cuthill when we joined the MSBL until '79, and then I was sort of just his assistant up until that time. And then after he quit, then I did it full time, and Jamie Poole helped me, and we continued on till the end of the Macaulay Blazers.
You won Manitoba senior titles for Macaulay in 1976 and again in 1987. Would those two seasons be your high point in playing senior baseball, Stan?
Yes, I think it would be. 1976 we had an awful good team and just got inducted into the Hall of Fame last year. And 1987 was more of a surprise, I guess, and Carmen had won 5 times in a row, and so it was kind of nice to knock them off the 6th year.
I'm sure. Could I suggest that playing for Team Canada in the World Amateur Championship in Nicaragua in 1972 and batting over 400 was the biggest thrill that you had in the game, maybe?
Yeah, I guess it was. That was more of a shock. I didn't ever think that I was going to play on the national team until Jerry McKay phoned me one day and asked me if I would go to Nicaragua, and I didn't really know what I was getting into at all. I was 23 years old, and I hadn't been any further than Manson, so I didn't know really what I was doing. But we went to Florida, and we had a week's playing practice in Florida, and when we got to Nicaragua, I just happened to get the pitches I wanted, I guess, and had a high batting average. Wouldn't always be like that, but that was a good month for me.
You betcha. Sam was a first-team All-Star 14 times, and a second-team All-Star 3 more times in the Manitoba Senior Baseball League. Not many guys can say that, Sam.
Well, I think some of my family must have been picking the All-Stars, I guess, because I'm not sure how I got on there 14 times. But anyway, I tried to play baseball the best way I knew how, and we're just lucky that we had good coaching when we were young, and we knew most of the ins and outs of the game of baseball.
I think you dedicated yourself to the game, too.
Yes, we did. We played. That's what we lived for, is to play Sunday baseball. Every Sunday there was a tournament somewhere.
Sure.
That's what we waited for the weekend, for we could see if we could make $100.
Sam, I can list some more credits. You were selected to play or coach at 7 national and 4 Western Canadian championships. How did you like managing or coaching as opposed to playing?
I guess it was okay. What started that was Garth Seafoot, a good friend of mine now, and he wanted somebody to help him be an assistant coach with him. And he asked me one day at Berto, 1st of July, I never forgot, and he asked me if I wanted to help him, and I said yes, and then we got doing it, and then we did it every year almost. And if you knew Garth, like I know Garth, it was a lot of fun.
Well, sometimes players don't adapt well to coaching. Some like it, some don't like it. It can vary.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of okay to be on the team because I'm sort of a player's coach. I don't get mad at too many guys, and they don't get mad at me, so I'm a kind of easy guy to get along with that way.
You received 2 major awards prior to induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. You were named the Manitoba Senior Coach of the Year in 1987, and then in 1996, you received the Ab Richardson Memorial Award for combining sportsmanship, ability, and dedication to baseball. Kind of nice to be recognized that way, I guess.
Yeah, I'm happy that I won Ab's. Abby and I were good friends, and I played a lot of games when he was the umpire. It was an honor to get Ab's trophy, that's for sure.
Have you seen much change in the game of baseball in Manitoba over the years, Sam?
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit of change. You know, I guess I'm being biased. I think it was a little bit better way back, even in the 60s and 70s, because we got the imports. The imports were from a better division. They were pretty tough. You were meeting tough pitching every night, and you know, I'm not saying there's no good ones in there now, but it's a little bit different than it was back then when it was tough every game you played.
Well, I think people now have more options than what you guys had. So.
Yeah, that's right. If people are doing other things, not everybody's out playing ball against the barn, no. Obviously.
And the natural question to throw your way, what does membership in the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame mean to you?
Well, I guess it's, to put it point blank, it's an honor. I never started out playing baseball to ever think that I was going to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That was the furthest thing in my mind. But now that it's happened and I've had a few years to dwell on it, it's pretty nice.
Barry Sam Jamieson, the pride of Macaulay, Manitoba, and now a worthy member of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame.